Leadership is not just about holding a title, but about making a difference. As leaders of the Filipino American Nurse Practitioners of Arizona, they embody this truth. Through community outreach, health education, and the mission of uplifting morale, they continue to build bridges and inspire change. Their journey is one of service, dedication, and vision, a story of leadership that reflects the heart of FANPAZ and its commitment to the Filipino American community. This is the story of Sarah Arabette and Santy Melchor. The two next to me are the two inspiring leaders of Filipino American Nurse Practitioners of Arizona, Ms. Sarah Arabette and Mr. Santi Melchor. Hello mga ate, kuya, kamusta po kayo?
Mabuti naman, at ikaw, kamusta ka naman?
Mabuti. Thank you so much for accommodating me to be my episode 16.
Of course.
I'm excited to get to know you both.
Of course, all the time.
How are you, kuya?
I'm good. Thank you, John. Thank you for inviting us, and thanks for this opportunity na may paalam sa community about our Filipino American Nurse Practitioners Gala.
And we are here because the upcoming gala is fast
Yes.
approaching. This is going to be on September 27. Where is this happening?
It's going to be held at Marriott Chandler, and it's going to be on September 27. And it's gonna start. No, we have actually a networking, so it will start at 4 o'clock to 5:30, and the program will actually formally will start at 5:30.
At 5:30, and there's a theme, right? I believe it's Unveil the Masquerade. Whose
Yes.
idea was that?
So it's called the Unmasked Masquerade.
Unmasked Masquerade.
So, no mask, basically. Yeah, and then of course expect the unexpected. So dress up to impress.
Dress up to impress.
Yes,
May labanan ba to ng pabonggahan?
Pabonggahan, pagandahan. At
Yes.
syempre, makikita mo naman, it's the designs, the decorations.
Yes.
A violinist will be there, a singer will be there. So it's gonna be a fun night.
Oh, it's fun night. I'm so excited because it's not only a gathering for us to dress up. There's an objective behind this gathering, right?
So it's a unmasked masquerade. It's either you can actually do a half mask, you don't have to cover your face, but absolutely you are all welcome to do exactly what you want to wear.
Anything comfortable, formal attire, right?
Absolutely.
So anything comfortable.
Yes.
Be there, have fun, dress up your best, whatever formal attire that you have, but no requirement, no specific outfit.
Right.
Yes.
And one of the surprises that we are going to do is going to be like Koracha. So we're going to be introducing Koracha, although this has been introduced by, another organization here, but it's not yet.
It is a Filipino
done.
culture. I've researched about Koracha. It's really something I believe, in the southern part of the Philippines, where it's used for not only for weddings, for birthdays, anniversary, but it's used to give blessing to an organization that they
Correct.
could use for their future
Correct.
projects.
And that is the reason why we did it, or we are going to do it, because this is a form of like blessing to this
Yes.
organization. So please be there on time as well.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Can they still buy tickets, or is it sold out?
We are actually sold out.
Yes.
Our tickets are sold out. So we are still thinking about whether we're going to do more tickets or we're going to close
Sold out
tickets,
because
yeah.
we've been promoting this as well, right? But for any sponsorship, to those who want to donate, who can they call?
Of course, they can reach out to Santi Melchor. He's the contact person. Whoever wants to donate still or sponsor, you still have time. But actually, our tickets are already being sold. That's what he said. We printed out like 300 tickets and it's been sold out already. Sorry,
All right.
but you can still come.
Well, next time, there's going to be future induction. There's going to be more about FANPAZ. Thank you so much for being here again. And now let's get to know you individually. This episode is brought to you by Momshi's Kitchen and Shomai LLC and Healthcare Specialist Staffing Solutions LLC. She's a visionary and one of the effective community leaders here in Arizona, and also the founder of the Filipino American Nurse Practitioners. My pleasure to introduce you, Miss Sarah Arabette.
Hello, John.
Hi, ate.
Nagkita na naman tayo
I know.
ulit.
Go ahead and greet everyone.
Hello, hi. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Good afternoon, good morning. Magandang gabi sa inyong tanan. Assalamualaikum. Mabuhay ang unlimited ni John.
Wow, ang daming lengguwahe nun. Dahil dyan, may kapampangan din ako sa
Ano yun?
mabuhay.
What's
Mayap.
that?
At panapon po kaya kayo nga.
Pano-
That means, hello, how's everyone? Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really
diba?
nice to be able to greet, a
Different
lot of-
languages,
exactly,
especially our
different
own,
languages.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Kumusta ka na, ate?
Ay, ito, mabuti. Mabeauty pa rin. And of course, I've been busy because we are preparing for our upcoming gala event on September 27. And this is the first year anniversary of FANPAZ, or the Filipino American Nurse Practitioners of Arizona. Are you gonna be there?
Of course, I'll be your host.
Yeah, I
I'm definitely
forgot.
gonna be there. That's on September 27. Looking forward to the second induction of FANPAZ.
Yes.
But before we get there, let's get to know you first,
Of
because I know,
course.
well,
You
I
have
know
a-
you already, but our audience, I'm really proud that she's next to me right now, because we're gonna learn more about Ate Sarah. We see her in a lot of events, but tell us about you, Ate. Who is Ate Sarah
Okay,
Arabette?
so besides your being ate, okay, I'm just Sarah Arabette. Absolutely, like, if you want to know me, of course, you have to love me. And to love me is to know me. Pero, you know what? A lot of people are very hesitant to approach me because, do I look mataray? Or,
Yes, you do.
Really?
Yes. I'm just kidding. Well, everyone is watching. This is not scripted, so we just want to make sure we're authentic.
Yeah.
So yes, you do, Ate. Of course, first expression. It's not mataray. I think you have that aura of someone who's so confident, and somehow people misunderstand that.
Yes, and I think that's the problem because you know what? If you're able to really know me, I'm not mataray. I'm very soft, hearted individual. And sometimes I'm also very funny. And siguro ganito na talagang mukha ko when I was born. And I don't know why. There's a lot of people who actually mistaken me of being mataray, masungit, suplada, and so on and so forth. But you know what? You just come and then be my friend.
Yes,
and you'll
definitely.
Be able
I
to
agree.
Know me. Yeah.
Yes. Para kang rosas na puro thorn.
Akala ko sampagita.
Sampagita. Pwede rin, ate.
Yeah.
Sampagita. Pero for you, parang rose with thorns. Kasi, di ba ang rosas, parang ang ganda. Pero kapag ginali mo, tinawakan mo, matutusok ka talaga.
Oh, talaga?
Oh, di ba?
Okay.
Lalim. But ate, tell us a little bit more about you. Because yes, as you mentioned,
Right.
you're one of the leaders who's frank, right? Who's not afraid to be the voice of everyone. And that's a good trait of a leadership. But somehow, of course, in our culture, people see that as something or someone intimidating. But give us a little background about
Okay.
you.
All right. So, you know what?
From the beginning,
From the beginning?
Yes, from the beginning.
Okay.
Just a summary of how you started,
All right.
pursuing your dreams
So,
and
of
everything.
course, I grew up around, the Muslim community in Cotabato. And since then, well, first of all, my parents are very strict, okay? And I'm not saying that, I came from a very conservative family because we actually grew up surrounded by people who are very, outspoken. And I'm not gonna say that, I came from a poor family. Hindi ko naman pinagyayabang yun. But I was probably so lucky because I was born from a wealthy family. And, since then, eto na talaga ako. I'm so maarte. But in a way na nilalagay ko sa lugar yung kaartehan ko. And I can actually, be able to be with a lot of people who are not maarte. Then I can adjust. If I am with someone who is maarte, then I can also be maarte.
You're able to adapt depending
I
on
can
who you're
able
with.
to adapt.
Yes.
So, you know what? I worked as a nurse. I graduated. I'm not gonna tell you the date that I graduated kasi
1940s ba to? Mga
kasi ang tanda-tanda na natin. But anyway, I graduated from Notre Dame University, and since I passed the board exam, I did not actually work right away. I volunteered. So probably a year or two, but then when my mom was already complaining about what I'm gonna do to my life, then I think that actually gave
That's when
me-
you made that
Exactly.
decision. I think
made
this
a
is
decision.
it. Okay.
So I made a decision about that. But since then, I've been working as a nurse at the bedside, and I never stopped, not until most likely in 2018 when I became a nurse practitioner. I was a CVICU nurse, and I graduated from the FNP program from Grand Canyon University in 2018. So since 2018, I was already working as a nurse practitioner.
Wow.
I specialize in cardiology, by the way.
Yes, the study of heart. So you've been in the nursing field for a lot of years, and you've started from the bottom, volunteering. You actually climbed the ladder, and you're a nurse practitioner. Not only that you're in your field, you're also a leader, right? In our
Yes,
community,
right.
we're very aware about. You're the founder of FANPAZ,
Right.
the Filipino American Nurse Practitioners of Arizona. How did you decide to build this organization?
Well, first of all, John, because a lot of people are telling me that I have a very strong personality, and that is actually
Yeah.
true. I have a very strong personality. I mean, you cannot just like put me down. Okay.
But do you think, Ate, you know how in our culture, Filipinos are known to be demure, they need to know to be soft-spoken.
Right.
I'm glad that you were raised with that empowerment, that you're not afraid to voice out, because that's what we need now in a lot of organizations.
Yeah, I think that is being learned because when I was growing up, I was really shy. I was very, very soft-spoken because, if you're surrounded by a very strict, family and lahat curfew,
You're
have
limited
yes,
with your
I'm
actions.
very limited to what I can do because, I had a very strict parents. But of course, I mean, I did not regret anything about it because look at me right now. So, but anyway, going back to your question
Yeah.
about
FANPAZ.
FANPAZ. Well, you know what? When I graduated in 2018, okay, and the first year that I worked, in the patient's room, a lot of patients were asking me, "Who are you? What is your role?" And then since then, I said, you know what? Maybe one day I would like really to, put up an organization that would bring awareness to the public or to the community what our specific roles
Nurse
are.
practitioners.
Yes, because being a nurse right now, I mean, being a nurse, we're still nurses anyways, but our role is now different from being a nurse at the bedside.
Yeah.
Okay, so when a patient comes into the room and asking me, who are you? What is your role? So of course I have to explain, I'm a nurse
I thought you were going to
practitioner.
say, why, who are you anyway? And who are you?
Exactly, because the tendency
Yes.
is, the tendency I will be like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
And who are you?
Exactly, right? But anyway, yes, so I will try to explain to them, okay, I'm a nurse practitioner and I can manage, I can treat, I can prescribe and dispense medications without a supervision of a physician or without a collaborative agreement with a physician. So from your explanation, they'll be able really to get to know you and they'll be able to trust you as long as you're able to explain to them what your roles are. So since then,
That's where you decided to build
exactly.
FANPAZ, which makes sense because now you're giving not only our culture, the community, but the world an explanation of what is really a nurse practitioner.
Right.
Because I really thought all nurses are nurses.
No. And that's also
Yeah.
the reason why I put up this organization because it is an awareness
Yeah.
to the community what our specific roles are because nobody knows. And I think even you, just like you said earlier, that you really don't know what a nurse practitioner
Because a lot of
is.
time when we hear the word nurse, we think they all have the same task in
Right.
whatever organization
Right.
or clinics or hospital they
Right.
work for.
And sometimes I would tell some of my friends that okay, the difference is between like NP and an MD. Okay, NP, that's nurse practitioner, and MD, that's doctor of medicine.
Yes.
When it comes to education, obviously the doctor have probably like 10 years of education. For nurse practitioner we had like approximately like 3.5 to 4
Yeah.
years. But again, I mean, in the hospital setting, in the clinic setting, I mean, we do all the job. We
They're very versatile, right? The
Exactly,
versatilities, they're very
absolutely.
well-rounded. Not only that you take care of patients, but you also make major decisions for the
Right.
patient's care.
Yeah.
And besides the awareness of, giving everyone information about what nurse practitioner is, FANPAZ has achieved a lot of milestone already since we've done your first induction.
Right,
A lot
I
of
remember
charities,
that. Yes.
outreach. Tell us about
Yeah.
what you've accomplished so far with
So,
FANPAZ.
you know what? I just posted something on Facebook, and our major accomplishment was the fact that we helped somebody who suffered from a hemorrhagic stroke. Of course, I'm not going to mention the name because, I don't want to do that. But of course, some of you have known him, better than I know him, but that was our first major accomplishment, that we're able to help him financially. I mean, all the supplies that he needed, because he had a stroke.
Yes.
He had a stroke. And then, of course, I mean, the medications, we gave him, 90 days of supply. And after that, when he went back to the Philippines,
post-care,
we also
the
provided
traveling
him
expenses.
everything.
That's a big help for FANPAZ. And thank you for the entire members of FANPAZ for doing that to our fellow kababayan. But there's a lot more. There's a lot of outreach, community involvement,
Right.
correct?
And yes, and last December, we did the Litrato Mo, Tulong Mo, which were initiatives for the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So during those times, we're able to, I would just estimate, okay? We're able to service about thousands of children and adults and elderly, and we gave them Jollibee. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you know what? I'm not being paid for the Jollibee, but I can actually mention Jollibee. Is that okay?
And who loves Jollibee, right? Jollibee, if
And
you're
we love
watching.
Jollibee, okay,
Come on.
So we were able to provide Jollibee meals, some grocery items. We also did some kind of screening, blood pressure, checking, monitoring, and things like that. And, the response from this, people were absolutely heartbreaking. And those were the reasons why I posted some of those on Facebook right recently, I think last week.
You're posting a lot of these, and please note that when FANPAZ or any organization are posting a lot of things on Facebook, it's not because they want to show off to the community that we're doing this and that. It's actually a ripple effect.
Right.
You have to look at the good side so that we could follow what your stepping stone that you're doing, so everyone else could help out as well.
Yes. So let me echo that, John. You know what? FANPAZ is not for camera or for Facebook. I thought that, at first my goal was just to bring awareness to the community how our responsibilities are. But you know what? It's beyond that. Beyond mentorship, beyond healthcare. Our core value is also to give back to the community. And we did that. And we have so many, initiatives that will be coming your way, of course, in the future. So, abangan na lang nila yun.
Yeah, so a lot of things to look forward to with FANPAZ, one of the major organizations here in Arizona. It will continue the legacy because we will have Santi Melchor later on after this interview. Thank you for doing everything that you can, Ate, and for finding FANPAZ, because now we have unity not only for nurses but also for nurse practitioners. Now, one more question I have for you.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people know that you're Mataray,
Yes.
but I know you as my Ate, and I know your heart, and people don't see what I see. What is one legacy that you want to share everyone about you? How do you want to be remembered someday?
Well, I want to be remembered not as being mataray or something so negatively, because absolutely I am very judged inappropriately. I want to be remembered as somebody who is able really to provide something to the community, because you know what, Jan, actually I've been also donating a lot of, I'm not saying money, but a lot of goods also in the Philippines, and nobody knows that, absolutely, because just like I said, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're helping then you have to post it on Facebook or everybody should know that. No, you can actually be silent about it. Okay, and I also wanted to be remembered that, somehow I was able to put up these organizations, and hopefully a lot of generations from our group will be able also to continue this organization, because it's a very, very good organization. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, thank you, John, for this opportunity.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
at pumayat ka na
Oh, thank you so
rin.
much. Siyempre, Ate,
Of
di ba?
course,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Ate.
Ganda ng skin mo din.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you are amazing if you're watching. Waiting for your sponsorship.
Yes,
I'm just kidding.
absolutely.
Thank you so
Risa,
much.
come on.
One lesson that I learned from you is that, first impression is always not the right one, right? We always say don't judge the book by its cover.
Correct.
And I know it's a common quote, and it's kind of weird that I say it because it's overrated, but that's the perfect quote that I see in regards to your personality trait and also your leadership and your contribution to the community.
Yes.
That until you read a book, you'll never judge it just based by its cover.
Right.
And you're unlimited of altruism, compassion, understanding, and support for the community and for your organization. And thank you for doing that.
Right. And one thing I can add, you always need to be humble.
Yes.
You know what? I mean, you don't have to. Although, correct me, okay, I'm not against, about those people who kind of like show off. No, it's their rights. Absolutely. That makes them
Is
happy.
the intention behind it,
Exactly. But, just be humble and just be yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you'll be loved. You'll be remembered. But lastly, I am telling you guys, I am not mataray. I am not masungit. You just have to know me better. And absolutely, I think you will love me. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, read her book. Basically.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, don't just grab a book because of the cover. Read the book and know the content of it.
All right.
Well, later on, we're going to have you again with Mr. Santi Melchor. And the next interview, let's find out about the incoming president of FANPAZ, Mr. Santi Melchor.
Right. I'm so excited.
Now, next to me is a photographer, another inspiring leader in our community, and the incoming president of the Filipino American Nurse Practitioners of Arizona, Mr. Santi Melchor.
Hello, John. Thank you so much, and good day to everyone.
Hi, Koy. Kamusta my fellow Kapampangan? Go ahead and greet
Yes.
everyone first.
Hey, maya pagat panapon po kekongan. Yon, in Kapampangan, and of course, good afternoon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much for being part of my episode 16, and I'm glad to have you here. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about you, Kuya, because we know you as someone who's always at the event, taking
Yes.
photos, capturing moments. Tell us a little bit background. I know you're from Pampanga, but
Yes.
besides that, what's about Kuya Santi?
Yeah, Crisanto is my real name. I go by Santi in the Filipino community, and my last name is Melchor. I'm married to Kay Melchor, and we have 3 kids. I have a 27-year-old daughter who is a software engineer, and then my 23-year-old boy is a entrepreneurship graduating soon, and then my youngest followed my steps, started nursing school. So medyo nakakagulat. I was shocked about that one.
Yeah, following your
my steps.
stepping stone.
Yep.
Now that you're the incoming president of the Filipino Nurse Practitioners of Arizona, what are the main objectives and the main goals of FANPAZ?
Okay, so the main objectives and goals of FANPAZ is to continue what we're doing. So we're doing fine right now. Our community service is there, and of course our members. There's some changes, a little bit of changes, not much, but we're going to start. Watch out sa aming incoming newsletters of FANPAZ that will be coming out every quarter. So our first release will be coming October. Our target date is October 15.
Para siyang update. So
Yes,
we update the community
yes.
about FANPAZ.
Yeah, not only that, we're going to provide some health information to the communities, and we will also tackle about our Filipino culture. So we're looking for some contributors to discuss about the different cultures in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So in that way, we can incorporate, the holistic approach of medical treatment or management.
The outreach, right? So we
Yes.
want to invite people to this kind of project because this is where you get some sugar tests, blood pressure tests, and maybe some giveaways for our community. But other than that, is there one major project that you really want to achieve during your term as a president?
Yes, one of the projects that we are working on is the accreditation of FANPAZ as a CME and CE provider. So that is a major project that will make a difference in the FANPAZ community, especially, it will provide discounts and big discounts for the Filipino nurse practitioners of Arizona, the nurses of Arizona, so we'll include that. And also the MDs, the Filipino MDs as well, and everybody in the community will get a, benefit from that.
Is it hard, Kuya? Because being an officer of FANPAZ is all about volunteerism, right? What are the challenges that you usually face with this organization?
Number one is time management.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You have family, you have work, and then you run an organization. I'm not just running an organization here. I still have my organization in the Philippines that I run as well. So, meetings every day, almost every day meetings. So we have what you call the Barkada 2K contract crewmen in the Philippines, and we support the natives of the Filipino, the Aitas in Pampanga. So a lot of people don't know about this, but we just finished a project, me and the wife and the group just finished a project, a center, a clinic for the community. This is a big project because we built this community clinic 25 years ago, but then it needs some renovation. So we renovated the clinic, and now it's beautiful. So I'm happy. And
Nice.
another
And you see
30
the
years,
result, right,
yes,
of the
they can
hard
use
work.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
So is that where you get your motivation when you're seeing the effect? I mean, you see the people receiving the help that you give.
Yes, and of course, we will still continue with. Probably we will broaden our project about scholarship. because we already started here in Arizona. So yeah, we're going to broaden that one. Probably not only here in Arizona, but also abroad. You know.
And you did give, we had a scholarship of the year under AZ Pinoy Unlimited. And thank you
Yes.
for doing that,
Yes.
for actually inspiring our new generation to value education.
Yeah, but if they study hard, they have a good grade. Then
Definitely,
that's one of
yes.
the qualifications. You know?
And you believe in education,
Of
that
course.
our Gen Z should really understand the value of it?
Yes, education will take you anywhere.
Yes,
You know,
I agree.
Yeah, look at me. I moved here in the United States.
Yes.
Sarah moved here in the United States because of our education.
I'm with
Right.
you with that. As an educator, I do agree. Wherever you go, no one could steal that from you.
Yes. yes.
Now, Kuya, I just want to ask you an adjective that you think of yourself as a leader. How would you describe yourself in one word? And why?
Simple. And
Why?
a doer.
Just one word.
Yeah,
Which one?
I'm a doer.
Okay.
Because I'm more of do things. You know, I do this, I do that. So I like to do things. I want to see the things that I'm doing. You know, the what do you call the results.
Yes.
So yeah.
So you want to be proactive. The productivity must be there, right? And for you to have that, you need to have that compassion. You have to understand how to give back and the love
Yes.
for the community.
Well, you have to give back because there's a lot of people that needs help.
Yes.
You know?
Thank you so much for everything that you do for our community. What is the lesson learned from Kuya Santi? What is something that we should learn from you? What's your wisdom?
Oh, you know what? Can I pull out something?
Oh, you're gonna pull out. He has a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I have a cheat sheet.
Meron po siyang kopya. O sige, Kuya.
You know, there's a lot.
It's a lot of wisdom.
Okay, so
But-
this is the thing that I've learned.
Yes, go ahead.
I've learned that one act of kindness can echo for generations. That's Santi Melchor po. Thank you.
And how do you elaborate that in your own perspective? What does that mean to you?
Well, like what we did, for example, that clinic that we built 25 years ago. It's been going on for 25 years ago, and then now we rebuilt that clinic again, and they can use that for many, many years. The kids that we sent to school, that we helped out the natives, they're now teaching, and every time, you know, that's going to echo for generations. It's going to
It
help
is.
a
I
lot
agree.
of kids in the community.
And we're not going to be here forever, right?
Yes.
Soon they will need some new nurse
Yes.
practitioner. Someday I'm going to retire. I'm going to need new teachers, and we're honing this generation to be the future leaders.
You know, I'm gonna blame Sarah about this FANPAZ. Sarah started all this vision, you know.
Yes.
And then, of course, I got a call from her one day and said, "Hey, let's get together and build this Filipino American nurse practitioners of Arizona."
Yeah.
And then, you know, so we on our first meeting, there's about 15. 15
Wow, and that's good.
15 Filipino
Yes.
nurse practitioners already attended. Her vision is, you know, so and then that's how it all started.
What an excellent-
15 founding members, you know.
An excellent idea. Imagine every nurse practitioner, every member has a goal. Putting that all together is a vision.
Yeah, that's just like what I said. That's Sarah's vision, you know, and we put it all together, and we're gonna
Yes.
put it into action. Like what I said, I'm a doer, so we're all gonna be there, and that's because of Sarah. It's her
Thank you so
fault.
much. Thank you, Kuya, for being with me. We're going to invite Ate Sarah back to promote the FANPAZ.
Yes.
Thank you.
Interview. Thank you so much, Ate. I learned a lot from you and Kuya. Thank you so much for sharing something about yourselves. Now we understand who you are as leaders. Thank you so much for being with me.
Right, and thank you also, John, because by doing this Unlimited by John, we get to know a lot of members of our community that we do not really know personally, but through John. Unlimited by John.
To share the inspirations,
exactly,
right?
you're able to share the inspiration, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, Kuya. Thank you so much for being with us. Now
Yes, John.
I know Kuya Santi as fellow Kapampangan, as a photographer, but now I know how he is and
Yes.
his inspiration and aspiration as a leader.
Yeah, thank you, John, and thanks for this opportunity para makilala ang aming community, the Filipino American nurse practitioners of Arizona. And of course, for the community, wait for the future collaborations with different organizations and also our future projects like the health fair. So, abang-abangan nyo lang po yan. Thank you so
Abangan
much.
niya, and see you guys on FANPAZ event, September 27.
First thing, before you're gonna go,
Yeah.
okay? Because I'm seated between two Kapanpangans. What's mechanic?
Mekeni means here. Mekeni means here. Pero I'll teach you a Kapampangan. Malaguka means you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so
Malaguka.
much. And you are Malagu also.
Malaguka, yes. Thank you so much to our sponsors.
Of course.
You're one of our sponsors, Ate.
Right,
For the Unlimited,
absolutely.
thank you so much. Healthcare Specialist Solution LLC. Maraming salamat, Kuya Oscar and Ate Sarah Arabette. Another sponsor, thank you so much, Miss Irish Shomar Giselle Arceo Cacnio. Check her out. We'll post her logo if you need any catering services. services, check Ate Giselle.
Right. Thank you so much, Giselle, the show my, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. This is John Saavedra, The Unlimited.